Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on Python. So this is our second actual chapter that we're doing some code. We started off with some basic stuff. So this week we're going to discuss decision structures and decision making. So when running a program, there's always decisions that has to be made. It's not gray or black. It could be multiple options. So let's get started with a project. Create a new project. I will call this will be week 4, and I'll call it lab 1 for lab video 1. I'll make sure I got my Python selected here, and I'll click create. Excellent. So I'm going to right click and create a new file. You could do Python file or file. I'll just do file. I will call this one we'll call it auto repair. Actually, you know what, I'll call it lab 1 for now .py. Alright, so now let's get started. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see. Alright, so I increased the size of the font, so hopefully you can see. If you can't, then that's going to be trouble. Alright, so let's do, and if I have to change it, we'll come up with this value called base hours. We'll give it 40, which is your normal week, 40 hours. I'll put base hours per week. Now I'll do overtime hours equals 1.5, so we'll say it's 1.5 OT hours. Alright, now all we need to do is get the hours worked and the hourly pay rate. Okay, so now we're going to do hours. Remember, no variable types there, no data types. Equals, we'll do a float like we did last week. And we will do input like we did last week. We'll add some value to it, like enter the number of hours worked this week. We'll hit enter. Then we'll do your pay rate equals float input, and then enter the hourly wage. Okay, perfect. All right, so now we have the user entering that information in. Now what we need to do is do a calculation. Okay, calculation we'll do if hours is greater than base hours. We're saying, hey, if the hours are greater than base hours, then we'll do a colon. And what we need to do here is, we need to calculate the gross pay with OT, and let's see here, we need to and we need to get the number of OT hours worked. Alright, so now what we do is we go our overtime hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another variable called, I'll call it OT hours. Well, I think we already have that, don't we? No. So I'll put OT hours equals hours minus base hours. Alright. Now we need to calculate the amount of OT pay. Alright, so figure out how much amount it is. So we'll take the overtime pay. I don't know if I have that there yet or not. I don't. So let's do OT pay. Keep it simple. Equals overtime hours, OT hours, and that'll be times your pay rate, and that will be times overtime pay. Right here. Alright, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Alright, so It's late and I'm tired. So let's see here. Pay rate times. I got this wrong. We'll do OT calculation, whatever that'll be. Because we need a calculation. We don't have. Actually, you know what? I think I messed up here. All right, we'll do times OT hours at the time. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna put OT hours. Calculator, calc. I'll put that. So now we'll do this OT hours calc. So that we have a calculation, which is the 1.5. I use OT hours up here, so I can't use that again. But I need to change something here. So I have overtime hours, OT hours equals hours, minus base hours, OT pay equals, okay. All right, now we need to calculate the gross pay. All right, so now we'll do is gross pay equals base hours times pay rate, and then plus overtime pay. So we'll do the O2 pay, overtime pay, whatever that was. All right, now we're going to put an else condition here. We'll say else. If none of that meets, we'll say gross pay equals hours times pay rate. So what that means is basically if the user didn't work any overtime, we have 1.5 up there, so if that was 0, then it would do this else here. Okay, now display the gross pay. Now we're going to print it out. We're going to say print the gross pay is $. We want that. Now we need to do a format here. So we're going to do format. You see it pops up right away. I'm going to do gross pay dot 2f for decimal, and I'm going to do differently here is I'm going to do a separation in here. Oops, not September. Good. All right, so this is a little confusing, so let's see if this bad boy even works. All right, so enter the number of hours that you work for a week. We'll say 40. All right, what's your hourly rate? Hourly wage, I'll put $17.05. All right, your gross pay is $682. So let me open up idle here and do a comparison. Make sure that we're right. So what we want to do is we entered 40 hours in here. So we want to do some math. We want to say what's 40 times 1705. It's 682. Because we didn't include OT hours in there. If we include overtime hours, then it'd be a different wage. So that is our first program on hours. We'll go over this in class, but this is just a reference for your references when you're doing this from home. Any questions? Reach out to me. Thank you.